Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and me and my co-host, the Red Wolf, are back with another Dragon Quest episode review for you guys. Sorry for not getting this video out sooner, Clippers. We won a big game, and I'm just excited because we're only 8 more wins away from winning our first ever championship. Anyways.
Hey guys, I know this is wrong of me to think this, but I was kind of hoping they lost so he would give up on them. This is wrong of me.
You're gonna regret that comment. I hope the Clippers have many more Friday games. Well, it seems like next Friday we don't have to watch Dragon Quest because there's gonna be a whole recap episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch. I'm gonna watch it regardless, but
yeah. Anyways, this episode, we get the conclusion to, I'm guessing, this mini Zamza arc, where we get teased for the future by the end, and just another great episode here. Just another great animated episode. Mom goes all out, and then he just does his things, and yeah. So let's get to this week's episode. This is Dragon Quest episode 37. Now, Mom does another refractor fist, and it actually manages to knock Dai out of Zamza's stomach. Now, obviously, Dai has, I'm guessing, some hydrochloric acid on him, but because of the new clothes Leona gave him, he's not being burnt at all. So I guess you can think that that's what Pop said. So, okay. Now, the one thing we see, like I said, I think last week, that his body, Zamza's body, starting to break down the more Mom is using refractor fist. And essentially we get a little bit of the backstory back to when she was completing her training with her master Brokina. When we find out from him that she completed her training faster than any other martial artist, and it would have taken them years to do it, and she only did like a few number of days, which is, again, credit to how good and crazy powerful Mom is. But yeah, that's great. Now I found this hilarious, but Master Brokina has this illness called tingle buttitis.
I'm pretty sure he's just faking it. Whatever.
I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be, but please. That does not sound good. And again, I think that was probably a lie. I still have a belief that he's the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
But then we get a more understanding of kind of a little bit of what Refractor Fist does, and it's kind of powered by this, and it's essentially a spell mostly called Heal. Now, Heal is a spell that magically boosts a body's biofunction. Now, back in the past, in the far, far past, there was a move that was feared called Overheal. Overheal, not Overhaul from My Hero Academia. Overheal. And only the best mages and priests could use that against monsters. Essentially, it was a very fatal, deadly attack against monsters that essentially finished them the job. So essentially, the Refractor Fist is essentially kind of undoing everything of what a superior being is, which, if I'm getting that wrong, please put that in the comment section. And I'm thinking the moves are like, oh, so it's essentially kind of a fatal healing move against monsters.
Like if you heal too much, then your body won't be able to handle it.
Yeah, handle it, like the regeneration process. That's why Zamza wasn't really regenerating, because he's already he's already taking these attacks that essentially are re-healing him, I guess you can say, but his regeneration can't keep up with it, and it's just too much for his body to handle. That's why it was breaking down. Again, if we got that all wrong and you're a Dragon Quest fan of the manga here for Adventure of Dai, and you have a better way of understanding it, please put it in the comment section. We're always open to getting feedback. Now what happens with our boy Dai?
Okay, so she was trying to get like the the healing item and stuff, and he just pulls out a whole acorn.
Yes, because he's out of potions because these weird bat things took it all from him.
Mm-hmm. And Pop's are like, who uses that many for simple,
Well, we know how weak Shu is, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not a coincidence. Go on.
And then yeah, he pulls out the acorn and he says it only like restores some stamina and stuff. Pop is like, that's useless and stuff, but Dai is all like, no, that's more than enough for me.
Yes. What happens to our girl mom though when it looks like she's gonna finish our boy or Zamza off?
Zamza blast some gooey whatever that stuff was.
Mucus.
Mucus and now she's rendered helpless because now she can't use her fists.
Yeah. And this essentially gives mom some trouble to the point where she's essentially cornered and stuff like that. And let me just say this before we, get near to the end of this episode review. The animation in this episode was great again this episode. I love the way the refractor fist looks and how it just lights up. And then it freaking just has the dark background, but then her hands light up, and it's just such great animation, man. I just love the fact that Toei's making this anime have some great animation justice. Now, eventually she gets to the point where she gets grabbed by Zamza after getting thrown into a wall, and she's getting crushed, and then that's when Mom sees Dai's like, you need to get me up to the Sword of Champions. And obviously that's what they're doing. So Mom sees this and she's like, okay, Dai's getting to the Sword of Champions. I need to distract Zamza as best I can and stuff like that. So then Mom kind of tells Zamza this line saying that nothing is really trash. And if you can't see that everything is not really trash, then you are trash. And that kind of affects Zamza a bit. And we kind of get a flashback back to when he was talking to Zabarera, and essentially Zabarera told him the exact opposite of what Mom was telling him. Essentially, Zabarera, the despicable little midget mother effer he's like, you're just a tool, you're a pawn, used for a greater scheme, and you're just utter trash.
Or Zamza.
And because of that, Zamza's like, I'm not the trash, you're the trash, and he gets super pissed off, but Dai manages to grab the Sword of Champions, eat the acorn, the teaspoon acorn, and he manages, the ghost, who I have a feeling that is Mom's master, tells Pop to use the first spell on Mom. Pop does use the first spell on Mom to get rid of the mucus. Mom does another refractor fist to break through, and then what does our good old boy Dai does?
Grabs the Sword of Champions and in one full-on power blow, a monstration.
And then I also forgot to mention too, Dai, as he's going up to the Sword of Champions, he makes a good point saying like, watching Mom's fight style made me realize something, that I have to be more wary with how much output of my Dragon Crest powers I use, because he's like, I use my full power from the start, and because of it put me at a disadvantage later on in the match. And he's like, I need to make sure I'm able to conserve my energy much better and really only use that power when I'm making a strike impact, not use it when I'm just starting the fight and everything. Otherwise, I'm going to put myself at a disadvantage and I can end up getting myself killed, which is a really smart strategy, a really smart point by Dai to make a mention of, because yes, his Dragon Quest or his Dragonite powers are very strong, but we already known, and it's already established the last few episodes, that Dai tires out easily because, well, guess what? It's on a different part of his body. It burns through his energy almost as bad as Super Saiyan 3 did for Goku when he first had it and he came back to Earth. So I like this point. I like this development for Dai of him saying like, I need to be more conservative with my power. So did you like that plot point too?
Yeah, actually.
So that's what happens. Zamza's taken down for good, and What happens to the Sword of Champions?
Well, first of all, it's a fake, and it got dissolved because it can't take the Dragonite's power also. And Zamza also just mentioned that the real Sword of Champions is with Hadlar. In other words, yes. This huge disadvantage here.
Yes. Yeah, yes. Yeah, so he takes off. Anyway, Zamza takes the little forehead thing off, and he lets it go, and essentially tells the others, like, oh, that's superior being data that's being sent to my father's Albarera, and stuff like that. And next thing we find out, what is it? We see that Zamza starting to disintegrate, and essentially we find out, once a superior being has been destroyed or been defeated, essentially they get Thanos. In other words, if you haven't seen Avengers Infinity War, essentially they turn into nothingness. They're dust, essentially. And goodbye. So essentially, it's that they burn up to a crisp to essentially where nothing is left of their remains. And it's kind of a pretty gruesome death to think about.
Yeah, actually.
Like, good God, you just die into nothingness, just into dust. You turn into essentially the ground you're standing on. Now obviously you have a pretty interesting moment here too, where the others are like, why would you do all this for your father Zabrera, who treated you like garbage? And obviously, Zamza's like, yeah, he did treat me like garbage. He did talk down to me like that. He did disrespect me. But at the end of the day, he's my father, and stuff like that. So when he goes away, essentially, Mom and Pop realize, like, I'm guessing he more than likely wanted the love from his father that he could never get. And obviously, Dai ends the episode because we recently came off an arc where, Dai says in this episode at the end, he's like, I can relate to what he went through. Because with Dai, he has a father that really doesn't really love him that much. Well, you can say he cares about him, but not like to the point where it's like, oh, he wants to be a good. He doesn't give him the acknowledgement that, oh, you're a great son and stuff like that, and you're something. And we already know Zabarera, he ain't like that, because we even see in the end of the episode, he's like, good job, my son. Your death was meaningless and I could care less. I just got the information for Hadlar. I'm just gonna make this mention. Zabarera is giving me Bobbity vibes.
Yes.
This guy really makes me want to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Like how Piccolo chopped Bobbity in half. Somebody needs to cut Zabarera in half, because he's giving me them Bobbity vibes.
I feel like once he gets the superior being for Hadlar, or like he turns Hadlar into a superior being, Zabarera's gonna be his first victim.
Oh, you're calling Hadlar's gonna kill Zabarera?
Yeah, just like how it kind of backstabbed Bobbity in the back. Eventually, like he revived Majin Buu, but at what cost? His own life. And like Dr. Juro with 17 and 18.
Yeah, true. I definitely could see that happening, because it wasn't too long ago Zabarera was trying to leave Hadlar high and dry.
Mm-hmm.
So very interesting there. But we see Hadlar in, I guess, the Dragon Ball Z rejuvenation Saiyan little Frieza pod, where he's healing up all his wounds and stuff like that, and getting the power of a superior being. So yeah, that's kind of where the episode ends off. And like I said at the start of the episode, next week it seems like we're getting a full-out recap episode.
Kind of pointless, but yeah. There, Cameron. There.
If you're gonna be asking, am I gonna watch a lick of that episode? Hell to the no.
Probably not.
If I'm not mad, but at the same time, why?
Yeah, I don't know why. It was going so well up to that point.
So it seems like next week we're gonna get a pointless recap filler episode that just stalls for a fucking week, and then we're gonna be back at it the following week. Now, it would have been interesting if it's like, oh, well, we're gonna go on break for a time being, and we'll come back next fall or next winter anime season. It seems like they're probably gonna take a 1 week break, maybe. I'm guessing, personally. All right, that's fine. If it's a 1 week break, I'm cool with it because, hey, credit to the Dragon Quest actors. This came out in like summer of 2020. Yeah, summer of 2020, and they've been going at it since like strong fall of 2020, and then winter of 2021. You know, spring of 2021, and now they're in summer of 2021. Essentially, they made a whole full year, which I think that's the point of this recap episode. You started all the way back in summer of 2020 for this show, and now you're back exactly the same spot. So okay, I'm guessing it makes sense, or it's the exact thing. I'm gonna have to check actually the date of when Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai came out on the anime. So because maybe they could also be doing a recap episode, because maybe this is our next Friday is the exact day the anime came back and started again. So that could be also another reasoning. But hey, listen, more power to them. They want a week off. All them voice actors deserve it. They've been working their asses off from day one of this show. So the actors deserve it. The animators from Toei deserve a week off. Hey, 1 week off, it won't hurt. As long as you come back the week later and give me a great episode, that's great. Anything you want to say about the recap episode before we get out of here?
I actually never thought about that. They're just doing the recap episode just so that they can take a break. I guess that makes sense.
Could be a way. It's like manga. It's like people in the manga realm of stuff where they just take a 1 week break just to chillax from all the craziness and stuff like that. So that could be a reason. That could be not. It could be maybe the fact that, hey, you know, we're making the recap episode on the day that Dragon Quest originally came out last year. So listen, it's not gonna hurt. We're probably not gonna review it, so we got the week off next week for Dragon Quest. So other than that, that's kind of it. I don't know if you're gonna watch the episode, but if anything comes up, hey, make sure you tell me. Anyways, anything you want to say about this episode before we get out here?
Amusing animation as always, and I'd like to see at least Mom kicking butt somewhat.
Yes. Anyways, I think that's it. So for the time being, we're gonna get out of here. So if you guys liked the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section anything about the Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai episode you know enjoyed, or if any things that we missed that you want to put in the comment section and stuff like that. As well as hit that subscribe button to get more Dragon Quest content. Remember, we won't be coming back next week since it looks like it's gonna be a recap episode. But we will, if there's gonna be an episode, a new episode after next week, we'll definitely be back. But other than that, guys, till then, I guess we'll be seeing you guys in 2 weeks from now. Other than that, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and either we'll see you on the next new episode of Dragon Quest or the next video. Till then, guys, this has been Camp 15.
And the Red Wolf.
Have a great rest of your day. Peace.